Before the knife was lifted, before the mountain was named, before heaven held its breath, God tested a father. Not a stranger, not a king, but the man Scripture calls the father of faith. This was not a test of obedience alone. It was a test of love, of trust, of surrender. Tonight, you will step onto Mount Moriah and witness the most agonizing command God ever gave a human being. Long before Isaac was born, heaven had already spoken Abraham's name. God had pulled him from the dust of Ur, led him through deserts and promises, counted stars with him beneath endless skies. I will make you a great nation, God declared. Through your seed, all the earth shall be blessed. Years passed. Wams remained silent. Hope grew thin. Until one impossible night, laughter was born. Isaac, the promise made flesh, the future breathing in Abraham's tent. And then God spoke again. Abraham, yes, Lord, take your son, your only son, whom you love. Heaven paused. Go to the land of Moriah and offer him there as a burnt offering. The words did not echo. They cut. God did not explain himself. He did not soften the command. He named the pain, your son, your only son, whom you love. Faith was no longer theoretical. It was personal. Early the next morning, Abraham rose. No protest, no delay. Wood was cut, the donkey saddled. Isaac followed. For 3 days they walked. 3 days of footsteps and silence. 3 days of questions unspoken. 3 days of a father carrying death in his heart. Then Isaac spoke. My father, where is the lamb? Abraham answered with a trembling faith. God will provide. They reached the mountain. Stones were stacked. Wood was laid, and Isaac, strong enough to resist, did not. He allowed himself to be bound. A son trusting a father surrendering a promise. Abraham raised the knife. Heaven watched. Angels leaned forward. The future of redemption trembled in a human hand. Abraham, the voice split the moment. Do not lay your hand on the boy. The knife froze midair. Now I know, God said, that you fear me, since you have not withheld your son, your only son. Then Abraham looked up. A ram caught by its horns, provided by God. The altar of death became an altar of revelation. And Abraham named the place, the Lord will provide. Isaac lived. But Abraham was forever changed. Faith now had scars. Trust had depth. Obedience had weight. God did not want Isaac's blood. He wanted Abraham's heart. Because God was not preparing Abraham to lose a son. He was preparing the world to receive one. Mount Moriah would echo again. Another father, another son, another altar. But this time, there would be no ram. Abraham's test foreshadowed God's sacrifice. What Abraham was spared, God himself would endure. Love proven, faith fulfilled, redemption sealed. God will never test you to destroy you, but he will test what you trust most. And when obedience costs everything, provision is already waiting, because the God who tested Abraham is the God who still provides. Subscribe for more stories.